it's me, Double D, with another episode of Earthbound! Last time, people we know who went to Winters have gone missing, and here we are, at the Stonehenge Base to investigate. I also went on a rant on the Sword of Kings, which, after thinking about it for a long time, I decided not to get it. Yeah, I have been at it for hours, and I still haven't gotten it. By then, everyone's around level... Okay, well, at an average level of 60. I mean, yeah, there's some 50s, but yeah. It can take forever just to get the Sword of Kings. As such, I'm not gonna go get it, because, like I said, I want to move on. There's a lot of things to go over, and I'm gonna feed the spicy jerky to Paula, because I can. Yes. Anyway, so, in this episode, we're gonna be going deeper into the... That is not what I meant to do, thanks. Anyway, we're going to go deeper into the Stonehenge Base. But yeah, you're going to need to manipulate the random number generator a lot just to get the Sword of Kings, which is a very hard task to do. Anyway, you'll notice that the platforms are lighting up, which should show you the way. By the way, fiddling with the menu messes with the random number generator, which is the key to, well, getting the Sword of Kings. Also, I am currently equipped with the Casey Bat, which, as you know, is, well, very inaccurate. However, here's a cool thing, and if you play Tales games, this should feel familiar. Well, not really, but if you select another equipment item as if you were selecting an item, and of course target it, which in this case is the military Octobot, which is a new enemy we haven't seen. Paula, you go freeze the military Octobot because I want you to. Spy because I can. But yeah. When you equip it when you use Ness, well, use an equipment item as an item, yeah, they will equip it during the battle, and if it's a weapon, they will be able to attack it. Well, attack with it, so yeah. And it is equipped for you from that point onwards, so it's a really good time saver if you forgot to reorganize your equipment. Problem is, though, you're probably not going to do much damage, or damage at all, if you decide to equip your armor from there. That's on you if you just forgot to, well, armor up. And Jeff is hurting. I think I just used the wrong PSI spell. But we'll have to see. Oh! No, it isn't. No, it didn't. Screw you, Atomic Power Robot. Yeah, these things are annoying just because they heal themselves fully. That constantly, too. My god, can you stop it, you Atomic Power Robot? But yeah, the Sword of Kings can be a hassle. So, if you manage to get it, thank whatever deity you worship. Of course, since I'm a Nintendo fan, I worship Palutena. We all know how much she loves the Troll Pit. Anyway, there was a Pro-Get Trumpet inside for Jeff. I don't know why Paula took it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna use this magic truffle on Paula's just so she could be able to have full PP, because we're gonna need all that PP from Paula and Pooh. Yeah, you probably don't even need the Sword of Kings because you can get along just without it. I should probably mention that because of all that grinding, we have learned a lot of new PSI skills. And once again, Super Starman, no Sword of Kings. Story of my life, is it? I could get that present right now, but I don't want to. Instead, we're gonna go forward because I want to save until after all the enemies are gone. And check out this room. Oh my god, they're all being experimented on in tubes! Oh no, can't see anything. Jeff, where's Jeff? Kale, can't breathe. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh no! I can't breathe. Can't last much longer. Can't last much. And of course, the generic hippie says the same thing as Apple Kid, unless I talk to him. Anyway, on to the next door to stop the source of this problem. And there it is, a Starman. If you are still wanting to go for the rare items that those enemies here drop, do not talk to this Starman. You will be cut off from it once you do. With that, let's go in. You're much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We are not, beep, prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the click, Apple of Enlightenment, may be true, but you must not underestimate us. I like how we called Apple Kid the Apple of Enlightenment. Anyway, this is Starman Deluxe. So, Starman Deluxe oddly has no shields ahead of him, so you don't have to use the shield killer. Killer. However, what I do recommend is to use PSI Shield Omega. This guy knows PK Starstorm. You could also just use the multi-ball rocket to have a one-hit kill, but I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm gonna hope he does PK Starstorm, and then the rest will be history after that. Let's bash him. And now we're protected, and PSI Shield Omega will reflect enemy PSI skills, so you don't have to worry. As such, it'll make this guy a joke, even without any. Unfortunately though, he will call for assistance, so you're gonna have to take care of that as soon as possible. Once again, I am not going to go for the PSI, go for the multi-ball rocket, because that's basically cheating when you're using it at this stage of the game. There will be instances where, well, I will, do other things, but for now, I decided not to use the multi-ball rocket. Instead, I'll use the shield killer on the Starman Super, so we can be able to use our PSI on it. Who, sure, PSI Magnet, you're gonna need all the help you can get. Yeah, I'm waiting till he does PK Starstorm, because what should happen is that it should reflect onto him. It didn't work! What a ripoff. Anyway, is on guard, and he's just calling for help. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do all physical attacks on him, on the Super Starman, because I can. Because they go down easily. Fire to beam! Unfortunately, it does not reflect physical attacks, so you're pretty much out of luck there. Ness, Paula, you freeze him. I said freeze. On Alpha? Jeff, you shoot your thing. You freeze him, Pooh. Yeah. The Starman I forgot he had that! Maybe... Oh, crap. Pooh is dying. Starstorm Alpha. Okay. He's gonna hit himself with devastating damage. Of course, Pooh is probably gonna die before... Oh, no. Yep. That is another way you can defeat him. PK Starstorm on himself. Ness reached level 65. Yeah. You don't even need the multi-ball rocket to defeat him. Reflecting PK Starstorm will do him in just fine. Anyway, I just skipped all those level ups, but you saw how much they did it by. When you defeated Starman Deluxe, the Stonehenge Base ceased functioning. And along with it, all the enemies, which means we have missed our chance for the Sword of Kings, but I'm not complaining. I was scared, but if I knew I'd be safe if I courageously just sat there and waited long enough. That's what I thought, but I began to lose hope. I'm so glad you saved me after all. I was kidnapped while milking a cow on the farm. I didn't think they'd be a ransom by kidnapping little old me. What did it say, Mr. Hippie? This is the happiest moment of my life! No matter what happens, I will live 10,000 years! Thanks for all of you done! And Tony, how are you? Jeff, buddy! Oh me, oh my! You came to rescue me, pal! Oh, Ness? I'm Tony. I'm Jeff's best friend. I've known him for the longest time. Okay, Dr. Andonuts. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start the phase disorder as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you! Thank you! Don't worry about us. You got important things to do. You want to talk to this Mr. Saturn. Kidnapped, happy! Rescued! I give you ribbon! We got the Saturn ribbon, which I believe does... Oh wait, that's Paula's equipment. Duh! Okay, Paula, you give yourself the magic truffle because you... I don't know why. An applicant. I expected there to be about a 7% chance that you would rescue me. I just thought it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. I also got to meet Dr. Andonuts. See you! What about the book that you said you had? What? You're looking for the book Overcoming Shyness? I returned it to the Onnet Library. Please use the book to help the Shy Tenda tribe. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow! I was kidnapped by some of the Giygas toadies. While I would commend you for thinking ahead, you returned it to the library and you didn't think to tell us. Yeah, we just rescued you for, well, kinda nothing, because now we know where it is, and you were good to, well, where was I going at this? I mean, good to return it to the library before your kidnapping, which is always a plus. Anyway, so, I'm gonna be going around the Stonehenge base now that there's no enemies around to, well, bother us. With that, fast forward montage, ahoy! Alright, since this is the room before the entrance, let's, well, give our exit mouse a purpose in life and let him lead the way to the exit, which is right over here. You ass! Just kidding. We defeated you before you could even do anything to us. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so, if you recall, Applicant told us that we have to go to On It to find our, well, our book of Overcoming Shyness. With that, let's teleport back to On It. Let's go! I forgot I should just use beta for this one. Anyway, so, Pooh. Teleport beta to On It. Away to On It. Before we head to the library, there's just one thing that you need to know. You go to the ATM. Now, in your inventory, make sure you have at least $700, $500 with you. This is going to be very important later on. So, just do it. Anyway, so, our next stop is the library. We have not gone there in ages, so, cue the fast forward that'll get us to the library in record time. Here we are back at the library. So, one of these bookshelves in the library has the Overcoming Shyness book that we have. It's in this room, and if I'm not mistaken, yes, there we are. You found the book Overcoming Shyness. Yay! Okay, so, our next order of business is to go to Tendas Village so we can be able to read it to them and overcome their shyness. Overcome their shyness, wow. Well yeah, help them overcome their shyness. But we don't want to do that yet. Instead, there is something in On It that we have yet to have. If you recall, I did say, well, like, about 2 minutes ago, I guess, to get $7,500. Trust me, you're going to need that amount of money. And it's to the right of this hospital. In fact, there's this huge path over here. And, if we go down here... yes, there is a lonely house with a blue-suited man and a saxophonist. I must be the happiest man in the world. I can practice my trumpet in this scenic spot. I'll send my haunting melody throughout the town. That is a really weird melody, and that is clearly a saxophone, not a trumpet. And then again, the sprite doesn't tell us. So, what do I have to say, guy? Doesn't this house look good? You can only buy it for $7,500. It has an ocean view, the sunsets are beautiful, folks should have a place of their own. Do you want to buy it? Of course we do. Thank you, it's all yours now. Take some time and relax. Okay, so what do you have to say? What does it look like? What is our dream house looking like? It's the crappiest house in the world. There is holes, there's a crappy rug, crappy bed, and there's a hole in the back of the wall. Well, he is not wrong about the scenic view. So, let's sit behind the couch. Hello, children! How is it to spend money on a house of your dreams? It sucks. Yeah, this house is dirty and crappy and stuff. No one will live here. Fuzzy Pickles! Well, at least you learn a lesson not to spend money to a weird guy. See you later, children! Yeah, this is a total ripoff, but it is worth it for the photography spot. And of course, being able to appear like you're sitting on the couch. And guess what? Despite the fact there's a hole in the back of the wall, you cannot enter it from the back of the house. Yeah. Anyway, what do you have to say now? A house in such good condition can't be that cheap. Screw you, guy. It wasn't in good condition at all. Anyway, so with that out of the way, there's nothing else to do now but go to Tenda Village. To Tenda Village! Wow, I thought I was gonna crash into the hospital over there. Okay, welcome back to Tenda Village. So, let's get back in there and read the book, Overcoming Shyness. We're shy. But yeah, because these guys must be pretty shy by now. Hopefully, we'll be able to treat them. We're all shy. Rumor? I heard a book to fix shyness. There is. Where? Don't know. Just a rumor. Well, good sir, we just so happen to have a book called Overcoming Shyness. Read it to him, Jeff. Book! Can fix shyness! Thanks! Relax. I'll read to everyone. Oh, just holding this book in my hand makes me feel like I'm overcoming my shyness already! I'll really take time to read it to everyone. If only textbooks work like that. The leader of the Tenda tribe read Overcoming Shyness to everyone. Chat, chat, whisper, whisper. I'd like to give you some Tenda kraut in return. Tenda kraut is a type of dish that all Tenda like. It stinks, but it tastes wonderful. Ness lends the reader of the Tenda tribe the book Overcoming Shyness. We got Tenda kraut. So. Oh yeah, after this event, you get a photography spot. It's unavoidable. How's it feel to help an entire village overcome their shyness problem? It actually feels pretty good. Yeah, we should be feel proud of ourselves. I couldn't agree more. Say Fuzzy Pickles! What a great photograph. Well, see you later. Yeah, as soon as you complete this event... Oh, hey you, I have a happy little question for you. Double D Head Boy. Double D Head Boy, are you sure this is the correct player's name? If it's not right, you can change it. Well, of course it is, yeah. If you really hate the name that you entered back at Toto, this is your second chance to change it. Of course, I don't intend to change it, so let's not change it. Double D Head Boy, are you sure it's what you want? Are you happy with the name? Yes. Are you absolutely certain? Yes. Yeah, I thought you had made your mind. So yeah, once again, as I was saying, this is an unavoidable photography spot. This is one of 3 unavoidable photography spots. 2 of them can be avoidable if we got PSI teleport earlier, but unfortunately the story does not dictate it, so those are considered unavoidable. Anyway, I'm gonna go save the game and, well, go on a tour. Let's call Dad because, well, we can, and he needs this store that much. Yes, EXP. Yes, hitting the hay. At least we get to save because I've been using a save state just for that recording. Anyway, so if you talk to any of the Tendas, I'm a woman. Did you think I was a man? I don't want to assume your gender, please. Welcome to this far. Take a rest. Long journey must have been. So yay, everyone's overcoming their shyness. Hi, how are you today? Oh, you're not feeling well? Be healthy. Okay, and this guy. I like the Horn of Life. Give me the Horn of Life. I give you something. Look at list. So yeah, if you have the Horn of Life, you can be able to get any of these items in the particular order from top to bottom. Yeah, you can get the Horn of Life in Saturn Valley. And, trade enough, you'll get it what's on the bottom of the list, the Hall of Fame bat, which is Ness's weapon, of course. We'll give you Horn of Life? Unfortunately, we don't have a Horn of Life. I'm gonna do that off screen. You not want? Oh, okay, come again. But yeah, I'm gonna do the Horn of Life business off screen just so we can get the bat. Also, Jeff has a broken trumpet, so I'm gonna have him fix it at the end. And, if we go down here with this rock, recently everyone is able to talk a lot, so I've lost my identity. Aww. So now he's just a plain old boring Tenda. Anyway, this guy is the rock guy. Powerful, so show everyone! I got it! Yeah! And that is where we need to go. But before we do that, let's take a little relaxing trip by talking to this Tenda. Would you like some tea? Drink.
Like a great tapestry, vertical and horizontal threads have met and intertwined, creating a huge, beautiful image. You may have cursed this never-ending journey. You have known injury and defeat, but you have struggled to reach this place. Your inborn intelligence and courage have helped bring you here. You have believed in your friends, and as a group, you have supported each other. Have you ever stopped to consider how much your power has grown? Now you can fell enemies in Onit and Tucson with one blow. As you certainly know, you cannot turn back. Giygas, the arch-fiend of the universe, is growing frightened of you and your power. He is searching for ways to end your journey. From here, the challenge grows and your adventure will take you beyond anything you ever imagined. You are dawning near to Giygas. Remember, when you are suffering hardship, your enemy is also struggling. By the way, do you know where Pokey went? When this cup of tea is finished, adventure will continue. Your destiny pulls you in the right direction. Believe in yourself and press forward. Ness, Paula, Jeff, Pooh. I wish you luck.
And so our journey shall continue in the next episode. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Thank you.